Bernie Sanders supporter Killer Mike joined Bill Maher and his horrible show. Now, this discussion was about a Cardi B and Bernie Sanders, and also evolved into a discussion about free college, where Bill Maher, once again, as usual, makes a stupid point, but Killer Mike calmly, and I'm not sure if he even noticed what Bill Maher really said, but completely just laid into the Bill Maher's BS. But I actually have more comments to make that I think Killer Mike could have also addressed.
Mike, what did you think of Cardi B's summit with Bernie Sanders?
Man,
they had I'd get a week's pay to be
so
in that
encouraged because this is
Really?
a country that this is a country of vagrants, unwanteds, and protesters. In our inception, right? We're essentially the hood of the United Kingdom.
Right.
No, that's Australia.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Australia would be la ghetto. But Cardi represents a young Afro-Latina woman from poor and working class background who has now used her platform when she could have become far more conservative, made her money and walked away. She used it to engage not only for her own self-interest, but the self-interest on behalf of her people. She's now probably in a 35 to 45% tax bracket. And she said, I don't mind paying my money. I just would like my money to go other places besides military. I'd like it to go in education. And I think that's what my grandparents wanted when they moved from the Deep South. That's what your parents want. So for me, seeing her participate in it invigorates me because I know other young women, 18, 19, 21 years old, who may not be going to college for 4- and 6-year degrees, but maybe going to beauty school, maybe working menial jobs. It makes them
Okay,
active.
well, that's an interesting point then, because Bernie, who you support,
Yes.
Okay, he's for free college.
Yes.
I've raised this point before. Why should people who don't go to college be subsidizing the ones who do? Because the people who go to college are going to be making a lot more money. College is not free. Somebody's going to be paying for that college. I don't understand why the people who get the benefit of it shouldn't be paying for it.
College and trade school. And this is from a dad who has had children who went to both. My oldest son went to Omnitech Trade and learned computer engineering and things of that nature and sound engineering. My daughter did 2 years. She did the same 2 years twice on me in Savannah State. 21 grand. I love her. That's my baby.
Really sticks in your mind there, doesn't
But
it?
yeah, I know. Right? But he offered college and trade school. Part of being an American is being a steward for the next generation of Americans. My grandparents worked in fields. My grandmother went to college. My grandfather toiled on a blue-collar job so that my sisters and I could then have post-secondary education. I don't mind, as an American now, investing in the greater America. If we're going to build an infrastructure, you got to have carpenters and electricians. If that's one of your children, that's fine by me.
All right. Now, I think Killer Mike actually... Watching this again, Killer Mike does make a better point than I initially thought he did. But yeah, so just to go, look, yes, Bernie's free college plan also covers trade school, but that doesn't get to the deeper point of Bill Maher's stupid ass question. So Bill Maher asked, why should people who don't go to college subsidize those that do? The layers of stupidity to this question. First of all, more people would go to college if it's free. Obviously. Did Bill Maher not realize that when he was saying that? Yeah, more people would be able to go, though. So yeah, sure, you don't have to go to college, but now you can because it's affordable. So anyways, but the other point here is that, hey, we live in a society. Why should people that don't have cars pay or subsidize roads for those people that do have cars? I mean, we can go down why should people that put their kids in private school subsidize those that go to public school? Because we live in a society. That's the point. I mean, there should be a basic standard of living, whether when it comes to education, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to infrastructure, there should be a base level of what we expect in society. And I also think that should be, healthcare for me is obvious. From Canada, we already have our taxes go to healthcare, but that's another element that should be added to this equation here, where you should just expect that if you are not born into wealth, well, that doesn't mean your life's over. For a lot of people in America, it means you have very little chance at getting out of that. Now, of course, people come out of poverty all the time, yes, but what you hear are the rare examples. Most people, we're talking millions of people, most people do not get out of poverty if they are born into it. So the idea that if you're born into wealth, only you should be able to go to college, like, it's a conservative talking point. This is why Bill Maher's show is unwatchable. Like, this guy's supposed to represent the left, and he doesn't at all. That's why his show is unwatchable. It's not that, you know, if he presented his show as, hey, this is a conservative, cool, have your show. But don't pretend to be on the left and that you're speaking truth to power and that you're being politically incorrect when you're just towing conservative lines. It's absurd. Now, the other point here that actually started the whole conversation, I think it's awesome that Cardi B and Bernie Sanders did that video together. And we should be encouraging other celebrities to do this, people that actually care about real issues. So, look, I'm not for, you know, the liberal celebrity BS where you have, you know, Katy Perry supporting Hillary Clinton. So she opens up for Hillary Clinton playing songs. I don't, we all know what that bond's about. It's about superficial bullshit. But when it comes to actual issues, someone like Cardi B, who's actually experienced poverty, is able to speak on these issues. I think it's important that you have people like Cardi B getting their audience, who I assume a lot of them are not that engaged in politics, but getting them engaged into politics because of Cardi B's experience and her ability to really communicate that with a candidate like Bernie Sanders. We should continue encouraging stuff like this.